Hello! Hello, hello. I should be live. Let me go ahead and double check on that. Get things published to Discord. And by the way, if you're not in that, link in the description. I also want to, I can go ahead and real quick get my webcam. Ba-ba-ba. Hello, hello. Video capture device. Ba-ba-ba. Is that me? So that's just me. I'm trying to get it on this scene here. Ba-ba-ba-ba. I am not entirely sure. It's been a hot minute since I've streamed. Ba-ba. If there's an argument on who's the best human that's ever lived, it'd be me. No, that ain't me. But I appreciate the sentiment. They're definitely better, I feel like. I don't know what I want to do about my webcam if it's not going to show. But let me go ahead and ping Discord real quick. And we can get this show on the road. At here. Some Minecraft. And Pixelmon streaming. At here. Yes, I'm gonna ping a bunch of people, go for it. Alrighty, so there's that, and then let me see if I can get my... Here, if y'all want to stare at something while I'm... stare at the map. While I try and fix my webcam. Or at least add it. Because let me try, if I delete this profile... Is it because my webcam's in use by that profile? Video capture device. My webcam. Alright, and then let's go ahead and shrink that or put it... Alright, and then I wasn't honestly sure if I was going to. I can turn on some lights and look like a ghost. I have this cool little light stick I got at some point that changes colors. It's like a lightsaber. It can be. Definitely blinding. Where's white? There's white, and then... That's as low as I can turn it, so I might just need to place it slightly further away. All stuff I could have done, but I was eating pizza. And then can I tweak that real quick so it looks a little better? Is this my... Yeah, it's my webcam configure. I'll just turn the brightness down a little. Yeah, that looks a lot better on my skin tone. Go! Alrighty. At least you don't have the sun directly in your face. Yeah, no kidding. Alright, so it's been a hot minute since I've even uploaded on YouTube. And I am incredibly aware of that. So for those that don't know, I've been a full-time YouTube editor for like the last year and 8 months or so. And that has essentially killed so much of my will to do my own projects. Because now it's my job and it's not as fun as a hobby. So frankly, that's just, it is what it is. But I have been making a living editing YouTube videos, and that's been a lot of fun. I've worked with a couple of channels, 3 since I started, and edit a video at least like 4 or 5 times a week. So it's a full-time job, and it's a lot to do, and hasn't really motivated me doing my own stuff. And I've been trying to do Hoenn stuff in the meantime, while we while I can. But also I've been really working on upgrading Johto, and I kind of want to show that off again too. Got some Dopair, got the girls, got the Pixelmon. What do I not? Oh, you're too flattering. Wish I had more time. That's one thing I wish I had. But I can fly around and show y'all what the map is looking like now. So here we have Old Dale Town. It's actually coming along a lot better than I was expecting. Like, a lot of the overworld itself, we have Mauville, New Mauville, which Ozzy's working on. I don't know if he'd want me to show off the in-person thing. Looking through, we have a bit of Rustboro to finish up. We have... yeah, these buildings, Mount Chimney, that Ozzy's gonna work on. And then all of fucking Mount Chimneys, that's something I'm gonna have to eventually do. I started that so long ago and have not actually finished it. Working a bit on the Battle Resort. I still just have a bit of the area up here to terrain. Mostly what's holding me back is getting these giant palm trees that I needed to look at. And then like the Pokemon League area. And a lot of this was because I couldn't figure out, I was bugged with Go Brush. And I was troubleshooting that this morning. So that should actually help a lot. So I can actually go ahead and... yeah, what I was trying to do... so the Pokemon League is up here, and all of those buildings are built, but the area here, I really want to make it look a little bit better than just a giant cliff into the sky. So let me go ahead and... this is the tool Go Brush. So it's something that has been invaluable for invaluable for sculpting in this map. So if I go ahead and just keep doing it like this, it's slowly building it up. And it's essentially how I've built most of the map. So I'm really happy this is working. I was working on Cave of Origin earlier, and I was trying to... I'd essentially started on it when 1.16 Pixelmon rolled out. So I upgraded, and then all of my plugins broke because it's an entirely new version of Java, new server. I was on Spigot before, and Ozzy recommended me get ArcLight, and that has so far been exactly what I needed to get this stuff working. And because Spigot was limiting me to Java 16, I needed Java 17 for Go Brush. Hello, lag. I needed Go Brush to work. I needed Java 17 for that to work, so it took a bit of ironing out. That's how I spent my evening yesterday and today, but I'm so glad I got it working. Because now I can actually make, like, I can actually finish up this bit, because this was kind of bothering me. It's a giant blemish on the otherwise ocean. Like, this is an area that I need to finish up, because it's probably the biggest that's still a schematic. Oh yeah, and a bit up here on the Moss Deep, like, rocket launch station. I have no idea what theme this is, TBH. But I can go ahead and show you what I'm going to put there real quick. Yeah. So these I got commissioned. I just felt like it would be easier to pay somebody to do it. So, Pokemon League. That's what's going there. And then over here we got the side buildings. We have the full building. These are all of the things that I had commissioned, and I've scattered them all around, and they are very beautiful. I like a lot of them. Like, especially the rocket. Holy shit, the rocket. Let's see. So back to terraforming. Let's see. Can show off... what else do I want to show off? So if I teleport around... oh, yeah! So with 1.16, of course, we have a bunch of new block types, and I went over the entire ocean on the map, and it went over it with a bunch of kelp, went over it with grass, and this is just to look a lot better than just the gravel that it would have been. And as you can see, all of these are placed. Last time you watched, there wasn't even water. Was there? Did I leave it? I'd have to go back and look at my stream. Oh yeah, this is Pseudopolis. But you have the dive areas down here, and all of the greenery kind of fades away. The dive spots I do really need to work out, because I'm not sure quite how I'm going to do that yet. Now that I'm in 1.16 though, it should help. But that is when I get to the command area, because the map is not tall enough to put the dive areas underneath the actual world. If I teleport over to where the dive areas are, here's probably the biggest dive area. And, oh yeah, this is cleared out. So far we've upgraded one of the dive areas post 1.16. Where is that one? That's kind of what it looked like. Yeah, this one. I can see so the water is in here, but if I clip into here, you can see in the walls, it's terrained, like it has a bit of sloping, it's got lag, it's got coral, it's got kelp. It's actually looking kind of like a natural underwater area, and I'm going to try and mimic this because I do really like it. And then you have the dive spot, which is a lot of light that is supposed to be projected as best as I can. Damn, it's been a minute. Yeah, tell me about it. So let's see. Is there anything else you guys are really wanting to see? Oh yeah, Pseudopolis. I worked a good chunk on, and I think it looks beautiful. I need to put in the ocean greenery. So Ozzy's building, we've got, I don't know their name, Book Skip Balls? They did the buildings for this town, Ozzy's Poke Center, and then this fun little fact, I actually pulled the model from a 3D model for the Cave of Origin entrance, and I actually converted it from a 3D model, which I think I have over here. Is that what this is? Yeah. So I basically ran through the cave. I ran the model through, I think it was Cubic Studio, turned it into a model of like Minecraft. Or maybe I ran it through something different, like a just random internet program, and then kind of like chiseled away at it to make it look better. Because obviously this is incredibly rough. But it's a great starting point, especially for somebody that, like me, does not build much at all. I mean, that's probably not fair. I build a good chunk. Just not buildings. I suck at building exteriors. Interiors, though, I've been working at. So what building is this? This is the Slateport Pokemon Fan Club. So this is actually something that I was really happy with, building interiors in Kalos. So I've started chipping away at those, and a lot of them I can share furniture, a lot of them I can... Why am I lagging so much? I want to reboot my game eventually. Oh, is this the... Yeah, this is the players. So if I go down here... Something just stupidly extra. The light switches work. And they work on a per room basis. I did not continue this from all the buildings. I just thought it was kind of neat that you could have functional light switches. It's so extra. And it's incredibly simple redstone. It's essentially just, you know, clip in. Can't really see. Do I have a good cross-section of it? Yeah, here we go. So it's essentially just a signal into some droppers and a hopper, and I don't quite understand how this works exactly, but saw it online and it works excellent as a... Is that a T flip-flop gate? It's been a hot minute since I've dealt with redstone itself. Ugh. Lag. Probably should reboot. But this is... Okay, yeah, while it loads in, it's kind of rough. But this is Mount Pyre that I've been really happy with how the fog looks. So you go out of the cave here. You're kind of already higher up to the clouds. Might want to like either extend this or like lower the view distance, but I really like the look. That's just a bunch of different layers of stained glass. So glass, air, glass, air, glass, air, and then white concrete at the bottom. I don't know if you can actually ever see the concrete, but might as well. Yeah, I love the look of it. It looks better with Optifine, but Optifine has been breaking some Pixelmon models, so I'm going without it for the moment. But I love how it looks like it fades away into the fog. I love that. And then all the way up on the top. Yeah, this is a giant, giant mountain. It probably doesn't need to be this big, but then you got your dudes that'll give you the orbs, and yeah, you're just kind of on top of the world up here. There's nothing else you can see. Let's browse around the mainland again. Teleport over here to like Petalburgish, since the Petalburg forest theme came on. So load her in. Pretty basic. It's kind of similar. I was kind of modeling it with the barriers similar to how we did the Santaloon Forest in Kalos, where it's just kind of like green barriers. It's not so much walls, but walls for pretty much everywhere else. And then, ooh, a flower shop. Okay, I'm gonna reboot real quick, because this is not looking the best lag-wise. So if I go ahead and quit that, I'll boot Minecraft back up. Do I still look washed out? I kind of look washed out. Did I ever apply that? While that boots, I can take a look at my webcam settings. I don't think I actually applied it. Is this one my... Yes, it is. Configure. Yeah, okay, I didn't apply it. I have been washed out. How's Spider-Man? I have 100%ed everything so far. I haven't like gotten spectacular or like ultimate in every of like the Taskmaster and Screwball challenges, but I have 100% on everything, so it was a lot of fun. I spent about 47 hours in it to get to that point, and yeah, had a lot of fun with it. Glad to see you back. Been so excited for this project. I haven't been a patron in a year though. Do not feel bad about that, dude. Like, I am not in need of money. Like, that's a way, if you want to support me, that's an easy way to like help pay for server costs and stuff, but like, I don't need financial support, thankfully. I can just do my thing and don't feel bad at all about not supporting me. It's genuinely just there if people really, really want to, because people asked. Honestly. Like, do not feel bad about that. So let's get this back up. Ba-ba. Alright, there's OBS. I was wondering where that went. NPCs are armor stands. They're just placeholders because I can actually Minecraft TP at E, or no, at me, at E, type Am I not able? I hate how I do not like how Essentials messes with vanilla commands. But that's essentially what it's supposed to be, is just being able to, if they're nicknamed, like NPC for example, I can, when I'm going through and adding all of the Pixelmon NPCs, I can go ahead and just teleport to them, or I can put a giant beam over them like I'm currently doing in Kanto and Johto, when I need to actually replace what the NPCs do. So they're just placeholders for that point. I'm gonna have to go over with a more fine-tooth comb each area when that time comes. So far I'm not quite close at all to actually putting in Pixelmon, but once I get a lot of like interiors done, once I get a lot of that ironed out, then I'll feel a lot more comfortable doing that. I also still need to figure out these giant bushes that like NPCs jump out of, or you get soot from. I think just flying around is causing lag spikes. I mean, what is my view distance? 25? That shouldn't seem too bad. Oh yeah, the desert. So here we have... I went with the different types of sand. I think it looks kind of decent. Personally, I was a little like, what do I do about the desert? It's a lot of hills and... You know, what I could do, let me pause one, since it's different materials. One of the people that reached out and wanted to help building, I can't remember their name, showed me a tip on being able to stack to like only place things on specific blocks, and that's been amazingly helpful. Mask, air. So what button? I'm probably gonna put birch buttons. Yeah, those work well for sand, so replace above sand, sandstone, sandstone. Red sand. Facing, or is it face ceiling? No, face. What is it? Set block. Birch. Button. Face. Face floor. That's what it is. I'm still getting used to all of this syntax for 1.16, but it's very helpful. So let's see. It's probably going to put it at like 3%, 97% air, and that should populate everything with buttons just on specific blocks and make it I done fucked up. I updated blocks and sand fell. Oops. Yeah, don't update the maps to 1.16 just yet. I am in the process of working on that. Kalos recently got... Oh, thank God that rolls it back. Oh! Okay, so, cool trick. Not right here, right now. I think the sand does have air underneath it, and that was what the issue was. Maybe some of it. I don't know what that was. No? Like, I thought I just set it to air. No, I thought it was on top of... Maybe I didn't set my mask right? I don't know. Now that looks like how I was intending it to do. Okay, and then... I think the acacia buttons would look good in here too. So let's undo that. That's also a little too many buttons. Let's do 1% of each. 1% acacia buttons. That's 1%, 1%, not what I... How's this? Yeah, there we go. The orientation's not random, and I could probably do that. Yeah, I could probably have it set block. Acacia buttons, where are ya? Yeah, okay, so I can have it like half and half, east and west. This can get, you can get some long commands in here. Facing west. We'll have it be a little bit more. At this point, I start opening up Notepad to put together the commands because it's just a lot. That's me. That's the game. Yeah, start opening up Notepad. Facing west. And then what I think I can do 195-ish. No, there's 4 different variants, 196. So 1% east. No, that doesn't make sense. North. Because I think those would just be the same orientations. Let's try this. Undo again. There we go. Now they're also in random directions. Beautiful. And buttons are small enough that they're not really going to impact anything. I don't want to put, like, slabs. Yeah, slabs would be too much, I feel like. Carpet? Carpet would be thin, but I don't think any of the carpets really look good. Yellow's the closest, and that's not great. Doesn't matter. What was I gonna do? I think what I was saying... Are we gonna see Pseudopolis? I did show that a little bit. But yeah, I'll teleport back there. Ba-ba-ba. Load on in. I was saying, yeah, don't load up the maps on 1.16 just yet. I was gonna show off a bit of Johto and how Johto's looking in 1.16. And Kalos has recently gotten its side mod added, so that is also something that I was wanting to do. Probably not today, but I wanted to get that updated to 1.16 as well, because I have all of the commands on 1.16, but it is not functional. in the slightest. Like, I'll have to go back and bug test. And, yeah, this is the city. So imagine you just wash ashore. You're going over the Pokemon Center. I just look up, which starter does this one have? This one's the Trico, Mudkip, and Torchic region. I don't have anything now. Oh yeah, bags. I love those bags. I've integrated them into the Goldenrod Department Center because bags are amazing. I really wish they were in 1.12, but c'est la vie. Honestly, I can't remember what that means. Hey, this is the song. Yeah, I could probably use a little bit more greenery, but I need to go over the entire map. Sinopolis is pretty much done. I need to do the interiors, but the exteriors are essentially wrapped up. Why didn't I put any hills around here? I guess it's fine. Yeah, and then I was talking about how I converted that from a model and then like chiseled away at it. I'm happy with that. Battle Resort is also pretty near. Battle Resort's still in the works. I need to get some giant palm trees to kind of wrap it up and do the ocean around it. But otherwise, it's about normal. Need to also go through. Once I have this done, I can convert all of this dirt into like rocky material. And are they actually functional? Yeah, I think they just store Pixelmon items from what I've seen. I've tried to store other things in them. It looks so good. Yeah, tell me about it. We were just looking at Sinopolis and your builds. That's glad you could join. By the way, if you wanted to join back on the Discord, did you get locked out of it or something? Is that what happened? Like, I can just give you the role on another account. If, like, I know it's you. Ba-ba-ba. Yeah, and then this is what... I haven't looked at Mount Chimney in ages. I need to finish this up. Can't use Discord anymore. What do you use then? Because... what else do I use? I use Discord for everything. Yeah, this isn't quite finished. Like, I'm gonna need to go back over it. Because I know this is supposed to have a cliffside. I need to add grass. This is as basic, like... this was putting in the schematic of it and then starting to build up. Building up hasn't quite finished yet, but this is kind of what it looks like as like about as raw as it gets before I start adding in rocks, adding in trees, adding in barriers, adding in stairs. It's just all layers. And then you got the little slot up here. You have the area where Team Magma and Aqua are going to be doing their little Poochyena battles. And then you got the giant caldera. And whatever this is, whatever the little face here is, and then the machine that you walk over to. This is going to be really cool once I get lava and shit in here, because I want to kind of layer it. I don't want it to just be like a single level of lava. I want it to actually kind of flow and make this area really look epic. And then you can, yeah, you can go down here. I don't think I've showed off the mini version of the map. So this is one that I actually converted from a model as well and cleaned up. And it was a model of the soaring sky, and you don't really have anything. Well, the IP has not changed if you want me to give you that information somewhere. I don't want to put it in the YouTube chat, but here you have like just little mini cities. Little mini New Mauville. They're for the 5 different slots. If you don't want, yeah, you'll be able to buy as many bags as you want. Little flowing. Yeah, so far, the underwater areas, they're all going to be entirely separate. I need to figure out how that'll work if the player's riding a Pokemon, because I figured that out in Kalos when you're teleported from one of the external Elite Four areas into one of the cave internals. You can't teleport while still riding a Pokemon. That's kind of problematic. Oh, right, over here, I can show off one of the Elite Four areas that one of my new builders was helping with. I really like it. I love the design. I need to... I don't know if I was going to build the internals or they were, but it's going to be kind of like the bridges that you go through on the game, and then teleport probably into a room, and then... Can you teleport while riding a boat? I'm not going to make players ride on boats. And also you're going underwater. That's not going to work. Boats will just float up. Yeah, underwater areas here. What was I doing? This is kind of what it looks like when... yeah, this is my placeholder. It's just grass underwater before seagrass was a thing. God bless seagrass. Oh, the clouds. Yeah, I'm gonna have to push these down even more because the clouds are in the water. That doesn't make any sense. Some different palettes and materials. And a shit ton of trees to weigh options. I think that one was the Sidopolis one. Base for Sky Pillar. That's gonna be Ozzy's job. That was the reason I made the trailer. And our current spawn, which is just a couple command blocks that don't work anymore. Showed off the interiors. Oh yeah, this area is something that I really like around New Mauville and like the cycling road. So all these, if you're not familiar, these are just so I can see where the barriers are that I've already put down. I'm going to go over this when the actual map is done, put in the rest of the barriers so I can visually see where the player can and can't go, and then make them all actual invisible barriers. Because currently... Well, maybe I could even just make them... I could keep barriers as... What am I thinking? Because over here, I was testing waterlogged barriers. Yeah, here? Yes. These are just invisible black stone walls. So with a resource pack, I can just delete their textures. And because they're waterlogged, I can make them a water barrier. And they'd work the same above water. But they work really, really well so far. I don't know if I can slip out of the walls. I don't think I can. Because if I go ahead and... I'm not sure if I can. And then these are invisible, so it's take... Ugh. That one go. There it is. I think that's what I'm going to do for waterlogged barriers. Because that looks really... It's really clean. They're actually waterloggable blocks. I'm so glad more got added. And especially a wall that, like... That's a very specific wall I don't think I'll use, so it'll serve its purpose for barriers. I haven't showed off much of this side of the map. Let's head over to... Yeah, let's go to Moss Deep. Moss Deep's cool. So far I was working on... Right, last thing I was working on was trying to figure out how to make these platforms look decent. Haven't figured that out. But if I go to any source for Moss Deep City. Switch over my source. Me again. Bulbapedia's. There we go. Yeah, these pillars. This is kind of what I was working on, and honestly, that doesn't look like that bad of a base. Can I snap you to the right? Oh, because you're snapping to the chat, and now the chat's super large. That's not what I need. I had this all perfectly. Fortree? Yeah, I have figured that out. I just need to go through... I'm going to make that a bit of unique jungle trees, so that I need to figure out. But the city itself is built. I just kind of need to figure out the unique greenery for the town. And then barriers are in as well, I believe. Yes, they're most definitely there. So, this is what it'll be looking like. Just needs forestation. Are you going to include the Battle Frontier coming soon? I'm doing the Battle Resort. I'm just going to try and keep it to one pair of games, because that was always a pain with Johto. Was like, well, this area of the map is based on Heart Gold, Soul Silver. Most of the map is based on Crystal. All the spawns are Heart Gold, Soul Silver, but the story is Crystal. I don't like that. I don't like that a lot, because it's a pain to support. When X and Y is more like, it's the games. There you go. Go look up a Let's Play. It's kind of more difficult to mess up that way, supporting. Yeah, I like these. I like these little houses. They're very cute. And then you can walk through. Not quite the same effect. Because I think you could... I think it kind of like wobbled as you walked along these. But yeah, they're beautiful. Yeah, originally it was gold, silver, and crystal. But then I'm like, there's not a lot of features. Let's start adding stuff from Let's Go, and let's start adding in stuff that didn't exist in the games. And I'm like, really? The Weather Institute. This was built a little bigger than requested, but it works. It fits in where it needs to, so barely. I like this route. It's not as stacked as I wanted it to be. I wanted it... Because in the games it's a lot more cliff-like, but if I go to this side of the map, this side doesn't raise up much at all. Like, that's 10 blocks maybe? So I didn't have a lot to work with, because this is sea level. This doesn't go up. This goes up a couple blocks, I think. And then that goes up couple, up to here. And then that's the highest point, and then this is all leveled with down here. Oh yeah, it's probably like 20 blocks or so, because I think there's the jump here from Mount Pyre up, like the Mount Pyre Bay up, and then let me switch back over to the game. Yeah, Mount Pyre up, and then you got some more to the grass, and then it goes to the route. That's one thing that like I liked doing, was like raising up the levels and stuff. But like this route, unfortunately, it's not as tall as I wish it were. But I still think it looks, still think it looks cool. Like I'm definitely gonna get some trailer shots out of this route for sure. It was one of my favorite routes as a kid, and I would consistently make my base, I think up here, maybe here, because I think I needed waterfall, I needed surf, I needed the acro bike to get around, and then up to here. Something like that. I think this area was what I was working on last stream, like a year ago. Man. I wish I had more time for this project, I genuinely do. Like, it just has to be very specific building mood type things, and it's getting to the point where like I'm like, we're close enough. I'm feeling bursts of like, alright, let's get her done. I don't think you caught it, but when you're designing the map, how do you determine the scale and geography of this? Oh yeah, so originally I really enjoyed the scale of the original Kanto map that I worked on. I felt like there was enough area that the player could freely explore, and it actually felt like adventuring, like you're venturing into an area. Because I don't particularly like the maps that are like 1x1 scale, where it's like Pallet Town is like 10 blocks wide, it feels like, or like 50 maybe. Like, I like a larger bit of a map, so I kind of determined the size of like the Pokemon Center that I wanted, since that's the most consistent building throughout the map, and kind of based everything on that. But I actually went with a schematic after I stitched everything together in Photoshop, so everything would be relatively the same scale. Let me see if I can find it and show you. Source materials. Switch over to my source. Yeah, so this is basically what I started with and threw together in Photoshop. So I tried to stitch together everything as best as I could. So some areas make a little bit more sense, and then some are just straight up stretched out. Like, this route might be a little stretched compared to... Or no, maybe this one's... Yeah, this one's squished based on how the Pokeball looks. But it needed to all fit together, because obviously the map needs to fit together. It's not... I don't have as free of, like, the teleportation and, like, different zones that everything's laid out in the games. I kind of have to stitch them all together. So that's kind of what I started with. And I tried to make sure that the Pokemon centers were all the same scale. And then to actually like determine what looked good was just kind of up to my subjective opinion. I wanted the buildings to be big enough that like you could get detail on them, that like we could build them properly and they would actually look decent with the blocks that we had and like the width and everything that we had. But I didn't want it to be like so big that it's like that it felt overly flat and like the player was just taking forever to walk from A to B. So it was kind of balancing a scale of like detail versus the player being able to walk around. Like, frankly, some people might think that like this map is too big. You can always give yourself speed if it's genuinely too big. But it's really difficult and kind of annoying if you wanted to like slow the player down artificially and make it just like not as interesting of an experience. Like I also was thinking of like render distance, like what would look good and kind of natural if you're just like walking around the world, what would be loaded. Like right now we have the entire city loaded. That's more or less the render distance that I'd be looking for. And obviously this can vary per player, but I wanted the map to feel like an actual adventure, more so, like, rather than the like teeny cramped worlds that just don't feel very good to me. Like, it's like claustrophobic almost. Like you're bumping into every little thing. So this is kind of how I've terraformed most of the things so far. It's just been very... It's been... Oh god, all the lag with the... Switch back on over. All the lag with the massive amount of blocks that are being updated. Pretty much just like pulling the world up and trying to make it a somewhat realistic looking experience. Like this is just a straight up like giant cliff face out of the ocean, which I don't quite like. Like it's kind of how the games are, but I'm trying to at least smooth it a little bit so it looks somewhat natural, like it's maybe volcanic or something. It has some sort of like growth up. That's kind of what I'm looking to do. Like, I like the cliff face. If you look at the... If you look at the in-game files. Hello, hello. Yeah, because one thing I'd love to do today is maybe get the Pokemon League pasted in. So that would require warp. I think builds 2's the... No, builds 2's the top, builds 3. There we go. Yeah, that's shuffle for you. How wide is this? Did they add Pixelmon to 1.16? They did. Pixelmon's on 1.16 as a beta, and I've been going through it 91 blocks wide. That's way wider than what I've been planning for. So 91 blocks wide. If that's the stairs, TP at S, 90 blocks in the Z-axis. I hate essentials, man. Try to do any command other way. That's at minimum what it needs to be up to. So let's pull this out. This is why I wanted GoBrush working. Because I need to finish this area before I can actually do anything. That's probably where I'll want to keep the cliff face here. So let's go ahead and smooth this back out. This is the back, so it doesn't need to look okay, but it just needs to look presentable. I take pride in the map, this map being like, in my country it's day. Yeah, it's currently about 2 o'clock in the afternoon for me. Central US, baby. Pull all this out. Yeah, I was going to go through a bit of Pixelmon 1.16 and show how Johto's been going. Didn't realize I was streaming for almost an hour now. I guess my voice kind of feels like it. It's been a long while since I've actually like talked and streamed this much. So let's go ahead. So that is at most the width we need for the Pokemon League. This bit usually takes a little bit, like actually terraforming like and pulling up hundreds and hundreds of blocks. There we go. Make it a decent rounded corner. And then all this gravel I'm gonna have to change back. And then same push it over here. It does help if I do it from the edge here. Czech Republic, and it's 9 at night. Yeah, I can imagine. I tried to do it something where like Europe was at least. I tried to go for a time that like it's probably like during the school day for like a lot of Americans here, but it's not like too late that like Europeans are going to sleep. I tried to shoot for something like that, where it wasn't too late for another part of the world. And then I'm sure it's just in the middle of the night for Asia, but that's what it usually seems like it is. Man, how did I build Johto without GoBrush? Kalos, I did a lot of it without GoBrush. Just got off work, so good time for you. Yeah, I would have loved to like stream maybe Saturday or Sunday, but I have been working Sundays through Thursdays, so I don't always have Sundays free. Thursdays are my start of the weekend, my Fridays for regular people. But I have the day off, and I'm probably not going to be around tomorrow, so I wanted to stream today. Asia's waking up soon. Yeah. I mean, Asia has like dozen time zones, probably. So, if you're going all the way from Eastern Russia to Western Russia. And then once I get this in, we'll go ahead and paste in the Pokemon League and see how that looks. That I'm really looking forward to. That's one of the last builds that I needed to paste in. So, might as well do it now. Since I finally got Go Brush working. Warp build 3. I'm gonna go ahead and sit up and hope I don't mess up my framing much. Pokemon League's over here. So copy this to this. And then I'll center it on the stairs. What's the center block here? Yeah. Yeah, this lag's messing with me, so 11, 5 on each side. Right there. And then it was Hirsch? No. Not centered on the path, at least. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Right here. So the stairs will start here. Paste, -A. Didn't I copy the Pokemon League? Oh, you know, I probably was measuring it with the freaking with the brush down here, or with the World Edit X. That would explain it. So paste. What was I gonna say here? Voila. Let there be Pokemon League. This edge looks fine. We need to put up some gates. I'll bring this up just slightly. And then we have a few layers. Nice. Maybe overdid it a little bit on the back, but no one's gonna see the back. And then gotta make these giant overhangs. And now we just need to return back to grab the tiny side buildings. And I'm gonna need to look up a reference image of this. RS Pokemon League. Alright. Looks like there's a couple that are maybe in a little bit rising areas. How wide are these? Let me see. Because you can probably have 2 of these, one stacked behind. 72 blocks wide. I might not have that space outlined yet. So at a minimum, I have 64. Yeah, I need to extend these a little bit. Maybe to say here? So if I fly over to here, 77. That should be fine. Extend out the side just a little bit. Yeah, no, good talking to you, Victor. Ba-ba-ba. And if any of y'all are just like tuning in and want to see a specific part of the builds and stuff, feel free to let me know. I'm basically just working a little bit now. Because this is one of the last areas that I have been meaning to finish off, but have had broken plugins. So now that that's freshly solved, I can work on it. So if I go ahead and copy up here, and then copy that. Yeah, that's good. I'll do it from this end. Right here. And then from over here, I was going to... They go back a little bit. I'll do it along this orange line. And then I'll have 5 blocks between? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How's that look? Mark that down. Yeah, that's looking good. Flip you to the west. Make sure I get the exact block centered on that window there. So go to this window here. And then I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did I do 5 in between or 5? Total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, I copied it from here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I only did 4 blocks, so I did it on the 5th block. Got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it should be paste from this block. Break the floating glass. Does that fit? It does. Okay. 1.16 Hoenn. Yeah, I'm really happy with it. And then I wanted to, just for a bit of visuals, I was going to make a second layer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll do 10 blocks between, and then I'll go up 5. What does up 10 look like? Because from this angle, this is the barrier from where the player can look. Can you even see any of the gap? You can. So I want to extend that down a little bit, but I like the layered look of that. So I'll just extend this down 1. Extend that down. So at least it's not floating. It won't look exactly how the front one looks, but also you can't see the bottom of that really. So it's at least staggered a bit. I like that. Because that looks more or less how it looks in the games. There's a front layer and then there's a building behind it that's slightly higher up from your perspective. So that works well. So what did I do from that? 10 blocks back from the edge and then up 10. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Up 5, paste. Oh, that went into the Pokemon League. Let's flip that east again. Like so. Stack you down. How's that looking? Nice. The Pokemon League. It's being built. And we're above the clouds, so I can't get a good background of it, but... Perfect. Let's go ahead and clean this up a little bit. I'll save the giant walls and stuff for later. But that's what I really wanted to get done, was get that pasted in and get that area laid out, so... If I go ahead and... break all that up, now I can start terraforming it a little bit better. I want this to at least look a little bit cliffy. Because right now it's very... just pillar in the sky type feel. I want to give it a little bit more of a good look. This area is not really important, but why not? Give it a little bit of makeup. That's not an area the player's ever gonna see though. And then finish up with this side, terraforming it a bit. Probably should start near the bottom and work my way up. Oh man, I can't wait till I start adding like NPCs and music and story and redstone and features into this map. Like, it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be a lot of bug fixing and it's gonna be a lot of hair pulling, I'm sure. But it'll be great. It'll actually make the map come alive. Adding in Pixelmon spawners and Pixelmon features. Like, it's not terribly far off. Just need to do the work. And luckily, for the map, I'm in a building mood. Because every time I look at Johto, I'm like, this is bugged. I have to wait for Pixelmon to fix these bugs. Or I can start on upgrading Kalos. Oh boy. Let's go on Hoenn! That's been my mentality the last couple days. It's like, well, I could try and bug fix things. But with Pixelmon and statues being unusable for map features, I don't know what I can do. So, let's do Hoenn. And then over here, I wanted it to... The player does in fact see this area, so we'll smooth this up a little bit. Make it look somewhat mountain-like. Kind of ends where... yeah, and this is just supposed to be a giant-ass cliff face. So, that'll be your waterfall that you climb up. And then a bit of mountain up here. Been watching you build maps for years. Glad to see you're going strong. Well, thanks for following. This is honestly like the main way I play Minecraft anymore. It's just... it's peaceful, it's fun, it's challenging. I enjoy it. Okay, that's probably good. Making my own region, I'm not really interested in doing that. I'd rather stick to doing Pixelmon than I would my own stuff. I just feel like I can do this a bit better. I just like this more. Evergrande City. Pulling up a source image. Oh, these are all flowers. Okay. Ba-ba-ba. If I go ahead and I'll wall this up because this is where some trees will go. Oh man, this is going to be a pain to actually barrier up. The edge will be here. So the corner will be there. That'll be trees. These will be trees. I think the brush I was using for a voxel sniper might be broken to actually place down trees, but I could try. Or at least the syntax changed. I don't know if you can do schematic brushes anymore. That's probably my next thing to figure out. Not whitelisted. Let me see if I can find your username again. Because it's been a little bit. Yeah, if you see that. Oh wait, I can look in the console. I can tell who's trying to connect. I think you're whitelisted now. Is it with the underscores? Okay, yeah. Well, glad we figured that out. I'll go ahead. I don't know how much buildings need to be done. If you wanted to look around, I'm sure there's some schematics here and there that need to be worked on. I know Ozzy's gonna finish up Rustboro, Mauville, Spear Pillar, and the little tram lines. Otherwise, I don't know. What do you want to do? If you wanted to, like... I don't know. Would you want to take a look at the, like, rocket concrete area? That was something that I was working on earlier, but I didn't actually, like, finish or, like, really make it look good. And I could work on terraforming this stuff here. So I need... Let me pull up my pathing. I could hear that pop. Hoenn, terrain, building. Grass pathing. Is that grass or is that stone pathing? That's grass. Brush sill, grass path, 3-1. Did I get that right? Why is it not doing anything? Oh, block. Perhaps? No? There we go. That's too big though. Let's do it like that. So there's some path there. Next to the Pokemon Center. And then I can also go ahead and copy and paste in now. From finishing this area up. Pokemon Center is up yonder. Ba-ba-ba. Now it looks like I'll probably want to copy from this end. Started here. Beautiful. And then here we've got some walls and trees that'll start here. Ba-ba-ba. And how far back do we want to bring that? Because that's all going to be... I don't know how far back I should go with this. I'll conform it to here. But this obviously doesn't go... This doesn't need to go all the way back because there's going to be trees blocking it. I might as well. And also this is out of bounds, so I'm going to want to make sure this is fenced up as well. Maybe to there. There's not really a reason to have that little indent there. Is there? Yeah, I'm gonna want to have walls all along this area, I think. To at least, like, make sure the player can't throw themselves off the cliff. Can't have people doing that, can't you? Because that's how you get bug reports. Or I jumped out and now I can't get back in the lab. Sounds like a you problem. But here's coordinates you need. Yeah, on that side, and then same on this side. Mirror up like so. Ba-ba-ba. What up? Yeah, this area I needed to... Oh yeah, everything's got slash... Yeah, every place should be marked out with a warp. This doesn't need to be there. Da-da-da. Let's finish up this pathing. Beautiful. This is gonna be like the... I can't wait for this map to be done. Like, visually, it's probably gonna be my favorite. It's gonna look better, hell of a lot better than Johto, better than Kalos. This will be the entrance. Let me pull this a little bit over here, like so. So it's more of a cliff entrance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Since this is Victory Road, might as well. 5. Ba-ba-ba. Concrete. Yeah, this will be like the most modern map by far, because Kalos was built... It was started in 2014, but it was finished in like 2020. This one was started in 2020. So it's already got a little bit of time on its on its hands. But it's still very much newer. And I'm very looking forward to it. Carpet. Victory Road's going to be fun to build. That's a bunch of different layers. The path on there, and then this is all... This one I'm going to have to dig up my source materials for. Minecraft, Pixelmon, Hoenn, source, photos. What's the Pokemon League? There it is. This one's a very, like, rocky and... You know, I think you needed to be opt. Adapting the gym puzzles? You know, I'll figure that out. It didn't necessarily work that well with Kalos. Like, some of them were fine, but some of them didn't even really have a puzzle to them. Like, particularly... Oh, wait, this... This needs to go down like a few blocks. Some of them didn't work, though. So honestly, I'm not sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Might just kind of depend on the gym. I think this will be okay. Because it's a very self-contained area. Yeah, I'll probably build the gyms first. And then be like, do I want to integrate a puzzle? Alright, let's integrate a puzzle for some of them. Really depends on what it is. I don't remember any of the remake puzzles, quite honestly. So I'll have to replay that and see what that's like. I think my intensity's, yeah, my intensity is way too high up. I'll have to brush these over. Or just go over these very slightly. There we go. Because you exit and then step up like 5 blocks and then you walk. I think that works. It wasn't, the cave wasn't built specifically with that in mind, but it is fine. So if I smooth out this and give it a little bit of the edge there, give it a little bit of blocks on the side, make it look a little more natural. Help dissuade the player from parkouring up stuff. And there we go, stairs. Obviously we're doing cobble, we're doing the chiseled stairs. This is a very refined area on a refined path. How many blocks is that? 10 stack. To the west. And then that, at the edge here, starts with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, if it's 11 wide, I'm going to want to center it probably on that block. Yeah, I want to center the cave exit here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Ba, 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 ba. And then the player steps out, and then there's a grass path, like so. And then from there, it starts a very cobbled path. What did I use for slate poured? Polished diorite and andesite. That looks like roughly what this material is looking like. Kind of large stones of gray and white. Kind of large stones of gray and white. I think that works. A few blocks from there. Go to here. All the way up to the Pokemon League. And then what? Let me load up my DS. I want to see what these walls actually look like. Right now I'm in Cave of Origin, and of course I got a battle. I don't know if I have any escape ropes. I might need to buy them. I did recently replace the battery in my 3DS, so it's brand spanking new. And means I can play my source material, Omega Ruby. Oh my god. These encounters. Do I have another escape rope? Watch me react to Let's Playing. You don't see what I'm seeing. Where? Escape rope, perfect. And then we'll fly over to the Pokemon League. Because I want to know if these... They just look like stone walls, but I want to know if they have any, like, order to them. They're just giant-ass cobblestone walls. Well, that's simplistic. Let's see what we can do. I'm thinking 3 wide, 3 tall, and then we'll stack a 4th on top. What would mix well with cobblestone? Let's try andesite. 10% andesite. And then for the top, we'll actually make it not rectangular. We'll add it a bit of a texture. 50%, 40 and 5. I mean, it's simplistic, but it's what the game is. You're supposed to be able to, like, see trees and stuff and the greenery over it. Why the hell not? You go over to here. I'll put these down first, and then 1, 2, 3. And then put the tops on. 1, 2, 3. Does that line up with that? It does? Yes. I want to make these symmetrical. As best I can. This wall, 11 wide. 11 wide, perfect. I love when the schematics actually exactly how I need it to be. You go all the way down to here. Mm-hmm. One, two, three. And then you just can go straight into the wall there. I won't have it like breathing down that cliff's neck. It'll be close, but it won't be at it. Onto the edge. And then finish up this end. Whoops. And then this way. Stop it there again. Start it at the... here. Right. Yes. 1, 2, 3. Go into there. And then let's put in our variation toppers. Hey, it's actually starting to look like a proper area, not just some schematics. This is the last like big area that needed to be done. The rest I feel like are just a bit little tiny schematics here and there. How's this looking? Again, it's simplistic, but like I don't know if I mind. It's just a cobblestone wall in the game. That's literally all it is. I don't know what else I can do really here. These walls right here are a bit more refined though. If I can make sure I can actually get this in frame on OBS. Those are a bit like more intricate and probably cooler to build. Wonder if I should save those for when I'm off stream though. This waterfall is going to be a pain, so I'm going to probably save that. Well, actually, what I'm curious about is using maybe down to here. What I was curious, or no, down to the gravel. Mask. Let me set it to all wool. So let me pull that up. The waterfall was going to be a pain, but maybe it doesn't have to be. Global mask. Replace under. Water? Is that what I'm looking for? No, that just replaced it all. No, what I want to do is with air. Is that doing what I think it is? That's what I was wanting it to do. That, I think, is kind of what I was wanting. Now, though, I need to update all of this so it actually updates. Because I think what that did, from the top layer, it made it so the water was going to actually flow down. And then I think from here, I was going to have this all filled in. Kind of like that. I don't know. Let's see how this looks. I'm just going to whip out the lily pads and start updating blocks. This probably shouldn't be watered. But from here, how about this edge? Let's go. Updating blocks. So now hopefully this will trickle down and actually update the water underneath. I wish there was a command that I could like en masse update blocks. I don't know if there is. There we go. That's starting to look like kind of normal. Not normal, it does look kind of cool. I wish it was a little more recessed, but I think also being able to see the, like, what'll be stone will look kind of cool too. I don't know, let's see. So far these haven't trickled down, so let's update these. There we go. I think that's helping a little bit. Because I want the water to jettison out a little bit. It's a waterfall. It's the biggest waterfall in the game. I think that might work. You probably shouldn't be water, though. Yeah, that needs to be turned back into air. And then I think I can... Oh yeah, I need to smooth this out too. Because that looks really rough. Let's do stack 5 up. And then what I can do, since that's the water level, I am going to do a Terragen on this for some gravel. Toss 2. So this is a command that I use to make the bottom of the oceans and stuff look decent. Is this plugin working? Never mind, it is not working. I'm not going to be able to use that command right now. I have to troubleshoot that now. But GoBrush is working. What I could do, though... Lakes... I think I was just setting it to... Gray concrete powder? Brown concrete powder. Hello, hello! Yeah, it's kind of simplistic. I wish it was like... wish I had the program that did the bumpiness to it. Else that's too thick. I think here's kind of what I'm looking for. Yeah. Probably fine, honestly. Now, why did I do set? I need to do replace. And it needs to replace the walls, not everything else. Okay, I think that works. Next, what I probably want to do is turn the mountain materials into what they look like. Terracotta. I need exterior. Mountainous makeup. There we go. So let's start here. And we are going to make us mountains. Or at least make them look like mountains. Yeah, so unfortunately, with 1.16, everything's numerical things broke. But if I do that, and then do this, there we go. It took a few commands, but that's more or less what I was hoping for it to look like. Now it's actually looking like a mountain instead of wool and a bunch of other shiz. So I'll start over here. Oh yeah, I started at that block, so start here. Go over to here. And do those commands again. Like so. And then down here is also mountains, so I'll go ahead and make there to there the same. Oh no, I did grass too. I need to be up one block. Nice. And I think that should do for Victory Road's exterior bits. Down here, I will figure that out eventually. But now what I think I can do is go through and start turning everything, start turning a lot of stuff from wool into grass and dirt. So that way it'll actually look somewhat normal. So if I replace grass block, that's the wools. That's terracottas part 1. Replace underneath a grass block. Not dirt. Whoa. What did I use for the oceans? I used a special blend of ores that I can use, which are on my desktop. How about underwater? Did that do anything? Oh, my mask wasn't set correctly. How about now? Ooh. All right. All right. I'm starting to dig this. And then I gotta, yeah, I gotta dodge the Pokemon Center. But that should be easy enough if I start like here. And then go on down to this side. And then do those same commands. Pause 2. Disable my mask. Then underneath. You can see how I get very lost in commands. Okay, there we go. These bits need to... These bits were, where's my Evergrande City reference? These bits were stone, aren't they? Yep, they are. So these need to be switched over back to what I did Victory Road over there. Which should be simple enough. Mountainous makeup. There you are. I also have to replace these barriers, or these walls. Easy enough. Yeah, it's almost been 2 hours and I can feel that on my throat. I don't usually talk a lot, let alone this much. But hey, I'm having fun. I'm getting shit done. That's what I'm talking about. You also need to get replaced. And then you are not needed to be. Replace. Orange. Grass block. And I'll just manually get rid of these. I think that's looking about natural. And I don't think the player can directly jump out a lot here. And then this bit's underwater, so I need to make you... Oh yeah, I need to make this. So... Toss one. Toss two, replace, grass block. Brown, concrete, powder. Now you're all underwater, and I can fill you back up. Make you look like you're actually underwater. Voila! And then all this cliff. Wondering if I should switch over to Jodo. Because this is all coming along. But this is grunt work I can do on my own time. Especially now that I have the commands done. Let me check on something real quick. Cool, just wanted to look at something in work chat. Alrighty. I could probably take a look at Jodo. Because I was wanting to show off at least a bit of how all that's going. Now that that's on 1.16. I do need to replace... I don't know. I'm debating if I want to just leave it as a Hoenn stream or if I want to do much else. I could just keep working on this, but like this is definitely something I could be doing on my own time. This isn't something that needs to be on the stream. It doesn't ensure that I get it done though, so why don't I just finish or work on a bit more of this area? Why don't I? Oh, this is such a good theme. Yeah, down to here. I'm also gonna make it so the gravel turns into grass. I should probably do. Pink wool not included on that? It is not. And then where's my... Boom, mountainous makeup. And that'll all go into the ocean. I'll leave. That's gonna mess with this, isn't it? Or maybe it won't. I could stop it about here. Down to like here. Gravel. Brush sill. Grass block. 5-1. And then mask that all to... so many things. Yeah, that's why I had to break it up. I can't mask everything I want unless there's like some specific numerical things that I don't know about. If I can make it look a bit better. If I can, like, select all the wools and all the terracottas and not have to do them individually. Like, this works. It's just not as efficient as it could be. Because I want to leave those things. And then I can go in. I'm not really getting much data on like where trees and all that are. I mean, I can visually see that there's a lot outlined here, but those I can do later. That I can do as ambience. When am I planning on releasing like the map that I'm currently working on? I have no idea. Honestly. It's been kind of on and off development and building last like year and a half. I'd love for it to be released this year, but kind of just depends on life and how much time I have free, honestly. Like right now, I do have a bit of time, and it's nice. I'm not stressful busy. Maybe I should build these. What are these made of? Or what could these be made of? My game is in... I'd have to go into my settings to change my time, and I don't really want to do that. But if I go ahead and... Oh yeah, if you want to go for it. Yeah, in that case, I can just continue working on continue greening it up. I'll try and save the footprints of them all. Yeah, this isn't as fast as just doing it over en masse. So, what I'm gonna do... 163, that's what I'm gonna want to be at. And then turn this direction, look exactly 90. New. Position 1. So that should be underneath all of the Pokemon League and all of that stuff. Go all the way down to here-ish. And then what I'm gonna want to do, turn all this into grass. Oh, this might take a little bit of processing. Was this all wool though? Was it any of this terracotta? Hell yeah. I think it was. Stone and gravel as well. And that is looking good. That is exactly where I wanted that to be. So now, GMass grass block. Does take a second, doesn't it? Oh, but that's so cool watching it do it in real time. Beautiful. Oh yeah, if I do the edges like this, then I'm not going to really have any issues with overlapping. So right here. Oh, I needed to go one block over. There we go, and then... voila. And then this can just be done pretty easily. If I can select all of the wool. There we go. Oh yeah, this area still needs to be done up. So let's go down to here. This might be getting close to actually being able to put the water back in. That'd be great. Oh yeah, and then I gotta just slip through here to this level or so. Oh man, contests. I want to try and make contests. Those are going to be interesting. Sounds like a lot of data to comb through though. Not looking forward to it. But I kind of have an idea of how I want to do it. You didn't replace gray wool. Or lime. It didn't replace a lot. And then the terracottas. Is there anything else? That little bit I can fix myself. Nice. Yeah, this one I'll just do it myself. It doesn't need to look accurate here. This isn't an area players can see, but can at least keep to a style. Fix these up here. That might be good for like the materials of how this is looking. Heck yeah. Pokemon League is coming along. So now what I could probably do is I can go fix up the oceans. The legendary Pokemon from Emerald Rayquaza can Mega Evolve in... I don't think its primal stuff is in the Johto map, is it? I don't think the primals are. I think this is set enough. Let me fly around the edges down here, but I think it's good enough to start throwing water back into this giant void and actually make it look decent again. I think it is. I think it's good. +2. Yes, the grass will be a bit of underwater, but I don't know if that matters. You working there? You are working there. I did it one... Shoot, I did it one block high. I'll need to undo that. I'll wait for the process to finish. It's always a risky thing on those giant batches where it can... You gotta be definite and sure. Because usually once it's done, it'll say it took so many seconds. There you are. You worked so hard there for a minute, and I need to undo it. Sorry. Oh, the lighting. That's why you get specific mods that'll fix that for you. Oh no. Yeah, it might take a minute to undo as well. I love watching it do it though. Okay, there we go. First position changed out. Yoy. Now hopefully that'll be a bit better. And then I can start working on the underwater beautification. So first thing, mask the water. Yeah, first things first, I think we put on a base amount of tall grass, seagrass, kelp. Yeah, there we go. One. And I repeat this one 5 times. 2. 3. This is randomizing all of the kelp, so 4. Some kelp's going to be different than the others, and that'll actually make it look like it's naturally growing. There we go. And then on top of all the kelp, you put on the kelp topper. Like that. And finally, some color, some coral. Voila. So that is literally what I did to the entire map. It took quite a bit of time. Oh, you're also going to want yours switched back over to the orange makeup. Where'd you go there? There you go. Up. Accidentally cut a rock with that one. Let's go from here. Yeah, I gotta be more mindful of that, because the rocks are made of similar materials. To here? Yeah, more or less. Can fix up the outside. Especially start there. Go to here. I think that's good. I'll fix this bit. Ah, it's looking very nice. I'm liking this. And then what I really need to do is clean the light around it. So I'll do that in a few different areas. And this will fix the oceans, because you can see there's lighting errors there. That's what I'm gonna fix. I don't know how far this extends. I think it extends. It says 41 by 41 around me. So that's 20 chunks in each direction. So spam that a few times around here and it should be good. Yeah, a bit of a lighting error up here. A lot of editing in the ocean can give you lighting errors. I've learned that in Kalos, where some of the rivers are just pure shadows. I really need to do something similar on that map. Alright, and then some errors on this side. I'll center myself here-ish. You are also right here. There you go. Let's go ahead and set up the barriers. Is the player supposed to be able to walk on that bit? Nope. And well, although not crystal clear, the barriers are going to run up to here. Nether quartz ore. You think a Pokemon or a player can, like, yeet themselves through that edge? I have my doubts, but speedrunners are welcome to try. Because that'll be hilarious. Then this block here goes up. I lost which specific view. to here. Nice. This place is looking a heck of a lot better than it was earlier. Let me do a brush of concrete here. Black concrete. 3. There we go. Yeah, that's kind of what I was looking for it to look like that. Yeah, let's see the arch. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think those materials make sense. Looks pretty much like the game. I like it. Yeah, it's got gaps in the middle. Very nice. Yeah, if we wanted to go ahead and copy and paste that onto the other ones, we can get that bit wrapped up too. If you wanted to do that. I'm gonna finish. Spherizing this. I remember this one from Callus. I know this one should probably. There we go. More or less looks like a portal. And then a quick clean light. Because I was working underwater. I got you two here. Go, shorty. It's your birthday. Let's see how that looks. Let's smooth quartz. Yeah, I kind of like the quartz better, I think. What is this material? Is that smooth sandstone? Everything feels so new again with the new resource packs and the new feelings. So there's a couple trees. trees kind of look like these. I like it. Let's go with this. Ba-ba-ba. These are a bit before the bend, say about here. How many blocks from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on this block? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nice. Are there any other trees? There are. And there's also an info box here. And then a tree. Is there one on this side? There's a few on this side. There's kind of one over here. One up here. And then one down here. And then one over the corner. Alright, and then they all have some sort of red. I like using, Ozzy showed me this, red glazed terracotta for like berries. I like it. I'm gonna put like 5 in each. At completely random spots. 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that one will have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is gonna have 6. This one can have 7. How about 8 or 9? Because you can see this tree from all of its angles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the last bit's the berry bushes, and those are, they're just like giant rose and red and yellow bushes. I don't know how I'm gonna want to do that. This area is looking pretty nice. Honestly, what I could probably do is just really spam the bushes. I don't even know how much the player can realistically see of these, but we can give it a shot. And it's not really a tall yellow flower that isn't the sunflower, and I can't change the orientation of that, so I might do red and pinks. The bushes aren't really bigger. I mean, from obviously the game's top-down perspective, you can see them very well. The bushes are probably bigger, but I don't know if it's worth like making custom giant bushes for this. Let me see if I can take like a bit off of a tree or something and make that look like a berry bush. Or maybe a short tree could look like one. Maybe a short tree could look like one and we could replace... I don't know, they're not trees. They're just flowers. And realistically, I don't even know if the player can see them. Because, like, from the ground, you really can't. Like here, we're gonna have barriers. I can put those in now. Something like that. I don't know if the flowers on the outside are worth doing for anything other than the trailer. Because obviously I'm getting an aerial shot for the trailer. Oh, I didn't finish this bit. This was 50 and 50. I know, and then that was 40 and 5, 40, 10, 45, 5. That looks right. I mean, I think we could probably just spam a bunch of rose and peonies. And that works for the trailer. Like, I'm not really looking for anything complicated. I'm just looking for it to, like, it'll be visually interesting when it's in the trailer, but realistically it's not anything the player is ever gonna see from their perspective. No, I guess if they're riding a Pokemon, they can be high up off the ground. So we can put in regular flowers then. guess that works. I also forgot to do it here. I say we just spam a bunch of flowers. I think that probably makes the most sense. Because, like, it's only going to be seen in very specific circumstances, so I'm not too worried about it. As long as it looks nice, I'm good with that. Let's do it. So I'll need to see what the top and bottom of these blocks are. We'll do 80% air, 8% rose bush, half equals lower, 8% peony, half equals lower, and then the 2%, since there is yellow in there, I'm going to mix in some dandelions. And then 2% some other small flower. Let's get some blue orchid. I like blue orchids. What I'll do, select all of this. I'm gonna want to, yeah, select up there. Above grass block. And then finish off the rose bushes. Lower, upper. Yeah. Did I spell that right? Oh no, I didn't do it correctly. Yeah, it's only really gonna be seen. It's not a huge deal. Okay, Let's do the other side here. Down to here. Yeah. And then in here is going to be its own deal. So these can be broken. Honestly, probably faster just do it myself. This will have its own little ambient. I was going to do a pass over most of the world. And what better time to try it here? Because we're polishing this up. Yeah, what I was working on... Am I going to continue Sinnoh or Kalos? Oh, my DLC... Or my DLC. My Let's Plays? Probably not. I haven't really put much thought into those series in a long while. There we go. Here's some ambient grass. Make it look a little more lively. And then I'll do a little bit on this end. Just so it's looking... I'll kind of fade it out so it is like... Still there, but not as much. Ba-da-ba-da. From here? Yes. Down like so. Hell yeah. And real quickly, I can go ahead, position 1. And go ahead and get a glam shot of this. Did I get everything? No, I forgot to do my mask. Didn't do it? There we go. Oh, my DS is gonna die. Put it back on the charger. It lives in my desk at this point. Alright, I'm gonna get some glam shots of this, and then I'm probably going to say goodbye for the stream, because we've been going for 3 hours now. So, pretty good stream, I feel like. And hey, we got the exterior of the Pokemon League done. That looks really nice. And also, good to know, that light can last multiple hours. I have not actually tested it for a while. There we go. Load on in. Clean up these. What was it looking like? Oh, yes. This looks so good. Yeah, I'm gonna get some shots of this. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Shaders just makes everything beautiful. But yes. Alrighty. I think I'm gonna go rest my voice and chill out. Thank you all for joining me. Hope you had fun and saw some cool stuff in Hoenn. And maybe learned something on the building side. That was my water bottle. Take care, guys. Thanks for joining me. Catch you in another year whenever I stream again. I'll try and not make it that long, but no promises. Hopefully, by the next time I post or something. Hopefully, Hoenn will be close to completion. I've been having fun building it though, so.